Hello. I just wanted to touch base and talk about polarities, really. The Leo King did a YouTube video about polarities here, about, I think it was like the Pisces eclipse. Oh, fuck. I can't, I will link it to the bottom of this. I just wanted to address the fact that going through this ascension, I am feeling now kind of ashamed that I've been unconscious for so long. And, I understand there's no need for that. I understand now. There was like he really hit it home for me last night, watching that. That you cannot become conscious without being unconscious. So therefore it plays its role in the vital cycle that we are living in, that is this amazing, beautiful universe. And don't take this for granted each second. Like, have a good second, please. Wherever this reaches you at whatever second, have a good second, please. For me. The lighting down here is wonderful, isn't it? It's alright. I'm a human. I mean, I'm not really a human. But this isn't really me either. What you're seeing is not me. Hopefully what I'm speaking is me. Is my higher self. Try to stay in the second and just babble. You know. Whatever. It helps me to get it out. And I also feel, maybe if I could change one person's perspective or help somebody understand something, just even if it's just one person, like, that makes me feel better. And I do that every chance I get. And if I were to meet you in person, I would do the same thing. I would talk about the same things. I think that we should all be having think tanks. I think if if the powers that be are going to have some think tanks, we need to have some think tanks on some big ideas. One of the most monotonous things in my life is conversation. And it's solely because the conversations that I have are not where my brain is. I'm over here daydreaming, basically, about our future. About Eden, about a new Earth. And I truly believe that we are all only going to get brighter, and that we're just going to continue to watch the tower crumble, basically. And eventually, it's out with the old and in with the new. That's where we come in. That's where each one of us comes in, because we all have something unique to provide. Find people that you've always been called to, basically. This is what I would like to do, is what I'm saying. If I'm talking about it, it's a lesson that I'm going through. I'm not telling anyone how to live their lives. I'm just saying that that's not where I'm coming from. It helps me just to talk about it. It helps me understand more, actually, and it creates more shifts of consciousness. So, I'm going to keep doing it. Yeah, like, just the people that you're called to in your life, just try to track those people down and get them all in the same room. Maybe people you've sat down with, only talked to for one hour, but it was a really good hour and you remember it, and you'll always remember it. Those people. Find those people. Meet those people. Give yourself opportunities to meet people. That's my problem. I'm very much homebody, and I do have 4 children under the age of 5, so it's kind of mandatory to be here a lot, but even when I do get out, it's mostly like outdoors. It's not really like gonna go over to my buddy's house, because I don't know, and that's what I'm working on. I would like to strengthen my whole community. I would like to help strengthen my own community by raising awareness, conscious being, a conscious state of being. Because a lot of the the behavior that we are exhibiting now is very unaware, conscious behavior. If everyone could just stop for a day, like if we could just stop, just for one day, and live the way that you want to live, you know? So you're not envying your dog, like, oh, you get to just lay on the floor and do nothing all day. Like, well, I want a world where I can garden and be outside touching the ground, or be outside showing my children about something out there, rather than feeling the need to contribute to this society that is not serving us anymore, because it's not. The social paradigms will be shifting, and it would be a benefit to you to get on top of it, now. If you're not, your pineal gland is not active, I would recommend doing what you can to, just become aware. Like, it's not really something you need to push. It's not really something you need to, but just consciously really think about what you're doing and play with it. See what you can do about your health, your mind, body, and spirit. Like, your spirit is it's your life energy. It's your life source. Like, I've always said the term soul sucking, like these soul sucking places, and really, they are sucking the energy right out of you because you don't enjoy doing it. You're not being passionate. You're not going after your desire or the one purpose that you were here for. Your soul is not being satisfied. So you always look elsewhere, and you will never find that satisfaction in anything else but yourself and your soul and God, the source, the universe, however you want to see it. If anyone has any experience with aliens, I could really use some advice on that right now. And I know I really don't need it, because I need to just trust my own intuition, but it's still just really a lot to accept, I guess. So much of this is really hard to accept. Anyways, yeah, 7 minutes long. So, what else? I actually wanted to speak about something that I don't even think I've talked about, or I got way off subject. Did I talk about the think tanks? Probably already did that. I don't know. If get into astrology, get into quantum physics, look up string theory, look up, get into bettering yourself, get into loving yourself, to understanding yourself and your subconscious. And you kind of gotta, you may have to like rewrite your subconscious, but you also have to like take a hold of the steering wheel, so to speak, or sit down in the pilot's chair, or sit down and drive this thing, rather than letting it drive you and letting the environment around it drive us. This is like it's your temple. This is all you got here. And as much as you want to believe that time is on our side and that we have so much of it, it's really not the case. This whole year is going to be, I think, pretty groundbreaking for a lot of people, which is awesome. Like, let's till this shit up, and let's realign with our higher purpose. Realign with your meaning and what brings out your desire, and what open your heart chakras, like open all your chakras, and really just absorb this energy, and let's lay some grids, and let's change some paradigms. And if you're not talking about something important, then why are you talking? I'm sorry, I don't mean to sound hateful, but why? What is the point in sitting there having a meaningless conversation about some trivial, irrelevant, negative energy bringing, I don't know. Yeah, time is of the essence. Time is the essence. This second right now is the essence. If you're looking for God, you want to know where he's at? He's right here in this second. And so is she. We each have a masculine and feminine energy. Everything alive has a masculine and feminine energy. Coursing through you. Oh yeah, I wanted to discuss the grounding, the whole grounding effect. Like, grounding keeps coming back to me too. Like, hardcore. I'm not exactly sure why, but it's just hitting me in waves, and I'm becoming very grounded, and not just matter-of-factly speaking or phrase-wise. So, I was doing a guided meditation for blocks. This was a block for abundance, but it just was like a domino effect, basically. Like, this block was being made aware of, and then more and more and more, and it was like acceptance, and really acceptance, and I still am not fully over that one. I kind of pulled back away from the light on that. But the key to this whole thing was, basically, when you think of a prayer, or you're praying, you're pleading, your heart's wide open, and you're mourning, or you're grateful, you're overly grateful. In those moments, where do you look to? Like, that's what you have to do with your pineal gland. You have to look to the light, look to the love source, basically. I think of like my grandfather, and the way that he, how much he loved me and how he made me feel. I think of my best friend in Virginia, and the way that being with her makes me feel, how happy I am whenever I'm with her, and how much my soul recognizes her soul. However you can get to that soul place, the happy place, the good place, home, whenever you can get back there, here with your pineal gland. And also at the same time, think about the very core of the earth, the middle of the planet, and just allow that energy that you've flown into all your chakras from thinking about all the love and the light, connecting to that source. Let it flow down all of your chakras, into the bottom of your feet, into the tips of your fingers. And then once you do that, you need to visualize grounding it. Visualize it going into the center of the earth. And this, as soon as I had this aligned, it was like a current of two energies running through me, up and down. It was beautiful. And then the Kundalini, I can't say that word, it was like right up my spine. It was beautiful. It's awesome. And I go in and out of it because I'm like, I've got to be patient. Patience is my, I'm going to get it, is what I meant to say. I'm going to go find that block. Anyways, yeah, 20 million minutes later, this was going to be a short one. Alright, well, if you listened, I appreciate it. If you can, like, look up a few videos on a few of the subjects, I would even more appreciate it. Also, I just wanted to say I'm in a basement because everybody's asleep right now upstairs, and it's really rude to just talk about the same shit that you're always talking about to them that they can't stand to listen to anymore when they're sleeping, so. Fuck. Anyways, I'm done. And you have a great night. Great second. Have a great second. Wherever it is that the second is to you on the other side of this broadcast, or whatever the fuck it is. Have a good second. Good night, or good morning, good, yeah, so fucking used to time, man, like, get you. I'm not smoking before I do this anymore. Have a happy soul journey. I hope that it is easy to you. I hope that you get it just like this. Bam, bam, bam.